what's going on. Okay, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, and here it is. So, there's a lot of misinterpretation around unconditional acceptance, and rightfully so, because there are many things that we do not stand for. You know, for example, our God given right that our body is ours to do with as we please. This is our choice, it is our human right. I'm not going to get into the power of unconditional acceptance in this video because it is a topic in of itself, but there is a reason why monks spend their entire life cultivating this into the routine, because it places them in flow with life, with the universe, and the benefits of this are miraculous. But unconditional acceptance of what is something that we can cultivate into how we are responding to the problems that we're facing in the world today, while at the same time continuing to honor our values. You know, what we stand for and what we do not stand for. So, this is where presence comes into play. When you are present, you can operate in a multi-dimensional fashion. In other words, you can stand up for your values while also remaining still and centered. You can be in two places at once, or many. Here, present, in your heart, in your power, and also voicing against those that wish to impose their will on our human rights. You can do so without becoming engulfed by the toxicity of what it is. So, for an example, I inner accept what is. I unconditionally accept what is happening in the moment, internally. There is no inner resistance. I am still. But on the outside, I do not accept anybody that wishes to violate my human rights. So when we are lacking presence, we become engulfed by the energy we're wishing to diminish. We become attached and attuned to the same vibration that we are allegedly standing against. If we can maintain no inner resistance, if we can remain still within, we can then operate and express ourselves from an empowered state of being. To be present is to be empowered. And it's crucial that we become vigilant to what it is that we're allowing to be within us. This will reflect in our exterior, especially if we're doing this in numbers. This is universal law. It's science. Our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So if we wish to contribute to real change, we need to take responsibility for what is happening within us at all times. We need to get back to the basics. So, when we are lacking inner stillness, we are in resistance to what is. And what we resist, we persist. So not only are we giving away our power, but we are also feeding into the very thing that goes against our values. We are shooting ourselves in the foot. So when we lack presence and inner stillness, we are powerless. All of our energy is being dumped into the very things that we are standing against. Alright, so what I'm about to say next is not for the faint of heart, but I'm going to use Jesus as an example, because is he not the most prime example of how we can demonstrate unconditional forgiveness, love, and acceptance, whilst speaking loudly for what is morally just and fair? So, his death was out of his control. Why was it out of his control? Because he was not willing to give away his power, his inner stillness. Rather, he remained true to his authentic nature. He forgave the very people that were nailing him to a piece of wood. He still loved them. He accepted his fate, but why? Why would you accept this fate? Why would you open your arms and allow them to take you away to be tortured and crucified? Well, for a few reasons, but first and foremost, Jesus knew thyself. And when you come to know thyself to the point of embodying it, how could you ever fight it? Because to know thyself to the extreme that Jesus did, it is to know that we are one. It is an embodiment. To fight back in this state of truth is to fight yourself. Secondly, he accepted his fate because why wouldn't he? When you come to know thyself and even get a glimpse of eternal life, the kingdom of heaven, to fight for this life is futile. Why would you ever fight for your life in this physical world when you know what awaits you when you pass? When you put in the work and truly come to know thyself, you will understand what I mean. To fight for your life is to give your life away. This doesn't mean that you allow people to walk all over you, and certainly it doesn't mean that we just surrender our values. What this means is that you unconditionally accept what is not in your control. And anything that robs you of stillness is out of your control. So nurture what is within you above all. This life is but a dream for what awaits those that remain true to what is within them. Do you remember your true nature? It's okay if you don't. I am here to tell you that you don't have to. But if you believe there is more and you live through your heart, you will rejoice in eternal life when you pass. Would you fight for $1 if you knew that $1,000,000 was around the corner? When you come to know thyself, you will see this life in the light of truth for what it truly is. So feel your heart, grow your inner stillness, your presence, feel your life. This is what is real, and never trade that for anything.